Do you want the bag or do you want to be that guy? Let me repeat that again. Do you want the bag or do you want to be that guy? In other words, do you want to make more money or do you want to be known? We love this idea of being known. It ignites our ego. And, we see all these people on social media who have been able to do it effortlessly. And therefore, why can't we do it? They're human too. I'm human. So why can't I do it? We're going to explore this some more to really understand what helps to move the needle when it comes to business. And so today's topic is centered around public influence versus private authority. Which one actually pays in consulting, independent consulting that is, at least anyway. And so I've got here, visibility gets attention, but authority gets paid. Interesting, we're kind of getting some clues already. Now, before I continue, for anybody who would like some mentoring from me or coaching from me, you can check out my link below where I can help you develop and build your portfolio career. So this is something that I'm passionate about because we're living in a time where it's very difficult right now, and it's incumbent upon many of us to learn how to create a resilient portfolio career that makes sense. Doesn't really matter the industry, but typically I work with individuals who are senior professionals or moving towards that, and they're like, you know what? I want to try this consulting thing. And even if you don't try the consulting thing, I just want to understand how I can diversify much better given my current situation. So if that's you, if you're somebody who wants to do this, then click on the link below. Right, let's get into it. So a bit of context setting. So professionals confuse this whole idea of audience size, likes, and engagement with market power. And look, let's not get it twisted. There is an element of power that exists within that, and that is a sense of social influence, should we say. I say this because things that happen online really affect our psyche because people are scrolling and doom scrolling all the time. Now, of course, there is a bit of a movement that's happening where people are like, I need a bit of a detox. I'm not going to be on my phone or social media all the time. But there is still a majority of people who still do this, especially in a demographic that is going to be the dominant workforce. I think by 2031, 70% of all workers will be Gen Z and millennials. That's insane. So think about this. And so when we sort of keep it moving, we understand that all of these things are not the same thing. It's not necessarily market power. And so with this first section, it's all centered around the difference between a public brand and private authority. So surface versus substance. So a public brand understandably ignites and leverages any brand. It just does that. And so if you understand people's public brands, whether this is a company or personal brand, if it's doing well, you're going to get more business because other people are using it, or it's doing really well. They got great testimonials. They got great whatever it may be. You're just attracted to it. And so when we think about brand, I keep it very simple. Brand is really the perception that you give in relation to or in association to a business or a topic or an interest. It's all psychological. It's all based on perception. It's all based on how you're allowing people to think of you or think of your business. And so how you create that is really important. Is it more aligned to substance or is it more aligned to the surface, superficial side of things? It's all perception at the end of the day, no matter how close to reality it is or not. And so we move on to this idea of a private authority, okay? So private authority usually converts because they're known to do X thing. It's not about brand per se, even though there's an association. It's just about what they deliver on. And so when it comes to business, decisions are not made in the comment section. The deals are made behind closed doors. What do I mean by this? Well, essentially for the second section, this is all talking about why consulting rewards depth over noise. So it's all about guerrilla tactics, guerrilla marketing. If you have the time, there's this really big chunky book called Guerrilla Marketing. It tells you about all the different techniques that you can use that are not just online techniques, but offline techniques as well. How they used to do it back in the day. Okay. So that's what we're talking about when we talk about guerrilla marketing, spelled Guerrilla. So this really comes down to one-to-one conversations, introductions, follow-ups, and remembered delivery. This is all just another way of basically saying that if you speak to somebody and ask the right questions, okay, and actually get referred to someone else as an example, and you display that you understand what you're talking about, you're more likely going to get business because it's about trust. But you have to know what you're talking about, okay? And if you don't know what you're talking about, then you have to know how to diagnose the problem. It comes down to asking great questions, great listening, good understanding, feeding back what's being said. So that's the first part. That's the competencies part in terms of soft skills. The other part of it is being in the right rooms. You may be somebody who's like, right, at the beginning of this year, I'm going to go to this event, at that event, X, Y, and Z. Don't be going to events for events' sake, Go to the right events. Where is your audience? And I'll bet you, some of you who are watching this are probably scared to be in that room. Are scared to be in that room where your audience is because you're not ready. And you get ready based on doing your homework and actually doing the hard work of understanding, how do I create substance? I'm not saying collect badges and credentials and stuff. I'm saying know what you're trying to deliver, know what you talk about, know how you help people. So go to events that make sense. You can also reach out to your warm audience. This is how I'm doing. So I'm having a bit of a shift in terms of my industry. And so what I do is I talk to people within my circle who know people or who are the people to understand what do I need to be thinking about, all of that kind of stuff there. And I just write notes. I write copious notes because they'll get to a point where my warm audience will be exhausted and I have to talk to the right people. And so this is where I start to package what I'm doing much better so it's clear that I know what I'm talking about. So hopefully that gives you some insights. And so the private authority is built where metrics don't exist, okay? Not always the case, but yes, it's not something that is necessarily measurable. The other thing I wanted to say is that building a resilient portfolio is not an ego brand. So when you're thinking about multiple deals that you're trying to procure, trying to get, trying to gain, it's built in conversations. Have you ever thought to yourself, how does that person get that deal? How is that person associated with this X, Y, and Z? It's not because they were posting on LinkedIn and the Instagrams and all this kind of stuff. There's because they were talking to people and they were in those rooms. And so there was familiarity. The highest form of interaction and stimulus that a human can get is interaction with another human. This is why sex sells. And this is why people love, that side of things. But removing ourselves from the physical, we have to think to ourselves, are you sort of connecting with people? Are you smiling and laughing with them? Are you having deep intellectual conversations? Can they relate to you? Do they believe that you understand the problems? It's that connection. So in person is always great. Then the next layer is probably video. Then the next layer is probably a conversation on the phone. Then the next layer may even be a voice note. Then the next layer may be emails. Okay. So there are different layers to it. You have to understand what you're willing to do in terms of that communication hierarchy. Okay. Really important to understand. So these are all the different things in which you can do. Okay. Public presence should amplify private competence, not replace it. And so really to sort of like summarize this is that you don't need more followers. You need more authority. That's all you need. You just need more authority. And so really to sort of like wrap this up, is it about the bag or is it about, being that guy? I would say it's about the bag for sure. If you're about consulting, okay, independent freelance consulting, it doesn't mean you ignore the online. You can do elements of that. But I know some people who are getting business just from a WhatsApp group. They've been in business, solid business for, 2 years. And they get business for a WhatsApp group. It's because that WhatsApp group has the right people in it and they know what that person provides. It's not insane. It's possible. I'm not saying that is a way in which you need to start looking for WhatsApp groups. I'm just saying you have to trust the process. And that process is born when you're having conversations with people, nothing else. So really try to deliver and get the sort of like, get into the rooms with the right people. And then you can do sort of like soft online stuff where people can actually see you and be like, wow, this person's on point. I really like what they're doing. There's probably a whole conversation in terms of, how do you separate your personal brand and your business brand and all that kind of stuff there. But I think we're living in a world where the personal brand is winning much, much more. And actually, the business brand, as in a website, as an example, is just there as a way to basically sort of like provide evidence for the conversations that you've had. Sometimes people maybe do a bit of a Google search as well, but the personal brand is what is most important. So really think about how you position that stuff. Anyway, if you've got any questions, leave it in the comments below. If you liked this, then let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more videos centered around portfolio careers or independent consulting, make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. And as always, my friends, understand, reach, and expand. Peace.